Well, yes, you are going to get Christmas Star Wars. You are going to get an advertisement for Christmas Star Wars. Crimbo Star Wars. You are going to get that. Of course you are, because that's what they want to bring to your attention. This is Southern States Wrestling, but they do this go home show really well. On previous occasions, they have given us more or less completely what's happened before. And I've mentioned it, and maybe they've decided to listen to what I'm saying. They could have done. You never know. Look at that lovely old stereo up there, look. He said, trying to work his finger out. I was trying to work my finger out earlier on, but that's not the matter. Now, tried to work his finger positioning out. There you go, look at that. Now, they've done something rather good, actually, because the first thing you get is not about Christmas Star Wars. It's about Jordan Hazard, who hasn't been in Southern States Wrestling for long, or indeed wrestling for long, I don't think, having faced Jeff Connolly, one half of the faction, they call it, the faction, who have stolen the tag team belts. And even though they haven't won them, they've stolen them, and have kept them, are keeping them in their sumptuous homes, or trailers, I don't know what it is, but wherever it is, they're keeping them, or maybe in a storage facility, or a vault downtown. Anyway, he did Jordan, Mr. Connolly last week, and of course, as Bo James says on commentary, you're not just facing one of the faction, you're facing both of them. So, Jeff Baker grabbed his leg, and apparently, last time they met, and Jordan Hazard Jordan Hazard, if you like, fell to Jeff Connolly. And so he wants to fight Jeff Baker because he was the nefarious gentleman who grabbed the leg or interfered in some other way. So they're fighting each other, but you know that Connolly will be there at ringside. And there's an immediate attack from Jeff Baker. Jordan turns his back, showing he's inexperienced, you see. Now, apparently, though, he did very well against Connolly last week. We do see it. We do see it before this match, which is good. And he gets a takeover here. And then a slam. No, there's a Baker slam, actually. But then Connolly trips Hazard quite early on. And Baker gets the back suplex. There's a bow and arrow. I'd forgotten what. When it's the knee and the small of the back and a pull back on the arms. Yeah, it's a bow and arrow. Bo James is right. It's a bow and arrow. I'd forgotten it was called that. I was describing it throughout my podcasts. It's a bow and arrow. That's right. I've been reminded of something today, so thank you, Bo. So he gets that. There's a ref distraction. Connolly gets some shots in there, but Hazard gets a basement drop kick in there, and then nicks the whole thing, takes it, steals it if you like, with a schoolboy roll-up, or Southern schoolboy roll-up. It's in the rules, folks. So yes, he wins. And I'm sure Jeff Baker's not happy about that. And this feud might run and run. Now, another feud that's bound to run and run, because Bo says we're going to have to get the police to Jeff Connolly or Jeff Baker's houses and get those, I'm not sure if it says houses, but get those belts back. They're going to have to involve the police to do it. Lawrence and Trey Chaos won the tag team belts at the Triple Threat at Thanksgiving Throwdown. What Miss Serenity says was, I fooled you all. You thought they couldn't get along. It's been months in the making, this, folks. It's been a slow burner. You thought they couldn't get along, and they can. And we won. As Bo James points out, I think there was some definite enmity. He doesn't use that word, but definite enmity here. I think you didn't like each other, so you're claiming it all, but you're not that smart. He doesn't say that. He doesn't do that either. He doesn't do that. But anyway, there you go. We've got CJ Knight on a promo. Not really understandable. He's asked by Bo James whether he will go after the tag team belts with Santiago, his new partner. And try Wayne Atkins, didn't work. Santiago's now in. Must suck if you're Wayne Atkins, that. Must do. But anyway, shows a ruthless streak, perhaps, from CJ Knight. But he's asked if he's going to go after the tag team belts with Santiago. And he says, well, whether I go for the heavyweight title or whether I go for the Liberty title. Is it called the Liberty title? Legacy title. Or on my journey, I don't know. But I'll go for the tag team titles with Santiago, something like that. I couldn't quite understand it. I don't think CJ Knight could understand it either, and he said it. It's not the finished article yet on promo, is he? And then we get somebody who is a finished article on promo, and bloody marvellous, Lord Murphy Costigan. Your Southern States heavyweight champion, fans. Don't forget that. The Royal Rogue. The sophisticated scoundrel. And he will fight in the main event at Christmas Star Wars, Chase Emery, who Bo has wanted to face him for ages. We see Chase versus Eric Porter, seen that before, evil Eric Porter. We see a couple of matches, truncated, but we see Chase Emery winning, and then we see Bo James interviewing him, which is also something that's happened before. And he says, you know, I want to go after the title, and as he says, you know, as Bo James says, I think you can beat Murphy Costigan. Now, Murphy might lose his belt here. That would be a real shame, but he might do because they're bigging up Chase Emery. Or are they bigging Chase Emery up so that he can win it by nefarious means and can start a feud? Or are they bigging us up to swerve us so that we say, oh, I didn't expect that. He didn't win and he got pinned in the middle of the ring there. Could be that. Interesting though, isn't it? And this is what Southern States Wrestling can do because they know what they're doing, folks. And with this Go Home show, they know even more. And I want to take some credit for this. I've mentioned it a few times, and I'm sure it's happened like this because of my podcast, Steve Smith's Rambling Reviews, I think you'll find. And it was good this week because you got a new match. And in the go-home shows of Southern States Wrestling, that is something I ain't seen before. Ta-ta.